Alright, what's going on, everybody? Well, we've got a new project here. This is tow behind air compressor I just picked up. Gas model. But let's give you a walk around here. Flat tire. But we'll get her off the trailer and take a better look at her here. Alright, so like I was saying here, this is a Gardner Denver. It's powered by a 4-cylinder. I believe this is a Alice Chalmers. This thing's in pretty rough shape, but I do believe it's relatively complete, other than a couple things. But yeah, I think it's seen better days. I don't see any coolant in there, so that's not a good sign. The oil is way overfilled, so I'm expecting there to be water down in this block here. I don't even know if it's any good, if it turns over or anything. So we're just gonna do a little bit of gander in here. Look around at a few things. See what we have where. Definitely gonna need to get the power washer out. Yeah, an International Harvester. And I do believe it is locked up. From what I could tell while we were there, I think it's locked up. No hose clamp on that intake. I'm sure the carburetor's gummed up to beyond belief here. Fuel smells like turpentine. I see wires hanging down there. So, I guess first things first. We ought to get the power washer out and get it cleaned up a little bit, so we can at least see what we're dealing with here. Because this side's pretty caked up with stuff. It looks like they went to an electronic fuel pump here. Must have been having trouble with this deal here. I think I'm better off vacuuming all this out of here first. Let's do that. So what kind of freebies did we end up with here? Looks like we got a piece of wire, garbage, bolt. Pretty sure I sucked up a nut too. And a very rusty 7/16 wrench here. So I'm going to get the power washer out. Take this over here and power wash this bad boy off. We also got concrete stake for form and battery box tie down and whatever this stuff here is. Alright, well that's better. It's not perfect, but that'll at least give us a little bit of less grease on there to mess around with while we see if we can get this to turn over. Oh man. That is nasty, but there was a lot of water in there. Alright, let's pull this oil pan. Oh, you know what? I think I got half inch. Yeah, so we're gonna see what kind of damage destruction we've got in here. I'm just gonna put this back in there. Alright. I got a bajillion bolts to get out. I think we got one bolt left here. I'm sure it's gonna be super stuck on there. That's gnarly. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, you can see that didn't look terrible, so I think we're frozen up here in the piston area. I think we need to get the head off and see if we can get... Alright, as I was saying, the battery died there. We saw the oil pan, the crank, it doesn't look too bad. I think we're stuck in the cylinders here. I think it was leaking through the exhaust, down through the exhaust valves. So I think we need to pull the head off here. It's going to be a lot easier to work on if I can remove this top frame here. So I'm going to loosen all those bolts up and see about getting that off. I think because that will make it much easier to work on here. In order to do that, I need to remove this exhaust radiator cap and that intake breather down there. Alright, well that was exciting. I don't think I had the camera on, but this all flipped up while I was taking that off because I didn't have this jack down. These things are so rear heavy. But anyway, we got it off of there. Yeah, you can see that water's been going right through the exhaust down into that engine. So I guess the next thing is here to pull the valve cover or the head off and see what it looks like underneath there. Oh yeah. That is not good. Take a second to evaluate here. Oh man. Look at that, there's a hole right in that intake. Wow. I can only imagine what we're gonna find underneath this head, boys. Use this box here, lay all these in this correct order. Label that front machine. Where those go. There's zero coolant in this thing. I don't know if she's got a leak or what. I'm just gonna start on the outside and work my way out because I don't know what the sequence is. Get up on something to lift this off here. Not the lightest things in the world here. Alright, so 1 and 4 look pretty decent here. I think this is 1 and this is 4 actually, because this is mounted in here backwards. But 2 and 3 here. Say 2 looks by far the worst. It's pretty pitted and it's pretty bad. But maybe that'll clean up with a hone if we can get it to rotate. I've just been spraying WD-40 in here. Just trying to clean out as much of that rust as I can. I think that you can push new liners into this. But if I can get her running, I'll be happy with it. I just want to get her moving. I paid basically scrap price for this thing, so essentially what I'm trying to do there is just push that WD down in there as I clean out that loose rust. So I'm just going to use this piece of wood here. I forgot to mention, I've already tried a ratchet on the crank and using a 4-foot crowbar into the flywheel to try to get it to turn, and nothing. Give a couple of knocks. Might not stay on there for that. Alright guys, little update. We got the head off. Not sure if I got that on camera or what. We've been fighting. We're trying to get it unseized here, and I think we got it. So what I did is heat these cylinders up with oxyacetylene. Sprayed a bunch of penetrating oil down in them. And then I put a piece of wood on here and hammered them. I mean, this thing was destined for the scrap yard, so I'm just trying to save it. You can see A little bit of pitting there. Not too bad, really. This is the worst cylinder. Let me get some light here. See a little bit of pitting there. I think a hone would take off most of that, but all the other ones look pretty good. Not too bad. Cylinder 2 and 3 are the worst. 1 and 4 look pretty good. But we did get it rotating, so here we go. Contact. So there's no oil in it, so I don't want to do that too much, but we did get it rotating, so pretty happy about that. But we do have a stuck valve here, so this is gonna need a valve job. Hopefully these are usable. I don't know, I'll have to deal with that tomorrow. I'm heading home. But I just wanted to show you guys that we did get it turning over. I had to move the camera once I was hammering on stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what I ended up getting, but we did get it turning over. I'm gonna probably order a hone, clean those up, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.